Hi Libra, this is going to be your love message for the week of June 10th. As always, keep in mind it's a general reading and it might not resonate with everyone that watches. Things could be opposite and roles could be reversed as well. All right, let's get into it. So I'm still picking up on new love for you guys like I did last week, but I have a couple different masculines showing up. There's definitely a lot of tension, while there's also like a collaborative energy happening at the same time. So take it as it resonates for you. Messages from the love angels very soon. You have to clearly decide what it is that you want so that it comes to you now. Spirit is reminding you before you love anybody else, make sure you're loving yourself first and not asking someone to do that job for you. I like what the card says. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Also, a card of codependency came out. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Not everyone likes the idea of codependency being an addiction. It kind of is an addiction. I know that it's treated like an addiction frequently. But new love is at the bottom of the deck. There's also some deception at play and some chemistry. So Spirit really wants you to love yourself first and honestly assess any codependency issues that you may have or someone around you might have that's coming into play. And you do need to decide what you want, but new love is here. A new love has stirred like your feelings. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. And then out of my second oracle deck, which is two oracle decks combined, I have the masculine and fear, and then acceptance and extremes. But the path is here. The path to power and free will. Okay, some of you want to choose a path that leads to your own personal power and exerting your own will. Yeah, exerting your own will, your own power. You're looking for that path. I think that someone in feminine energy is fearful of a masculine. There have been a lot of extremes in this relationship, and someone has just learned to kind of accept that. There's an acceptance of extremes, an acceptance of fear. There might be a fearful masculine, or someone's afraid of a masculine. I don't know that I'd be accepting extremes, though, Libra. If any of you have been accepting of extremes, that's what's bringing the fear in. That's no way to live. That'll keep you in survival mode 24/7. But I think you want to go on a different path. The Five of Swords has come out 3 times. It's at the bottom of 2 of my decks, and it was the first card out. So there's definitely like conflict, loss, and change, and stress, and someone wanting to fight for something coming out here. Overall energy of someone coming towards you is the 5 of Swords. The way they're feeling is the 4 of Cups. They see you as the 2 of Cups, someone they would talk to or someone that wants to talk to them. You got a twofer for what you need to know or your advice. What you need to know or your advice is judgment and death. Wow. The wake-up call about transformation, and the final outcome is the Star. Some of you are dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, an Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Aries. I have Leo here. Yeah. Okay. So with this 5 of Swords, there's this anger and an irritation. 5 of Swords is, I'm going to take what I want. It's an objectification. It's caring more about winning and losing rather than other people's feelings. Clarifying, this is the Chariot, the King of Swords. That could be you. And the 9 of Wands. I was like, oh, there you are, Libra. Well, so for some of you, I'm picking up on my Libra masculines here, but some of you, I think, are dealing with another air sign or someone that behaves that way, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There may have recently been or will be this week some kind of a fight about travel, schedule. Someone's mad about something. There's an irritation. You may feel somewhat guarded with this King of Swords, or as the King of Swords, you're hanging in there. I'm hearing that someone behaved really, really badly recently. There was like a fight of some kind. If you're the King of Swords here, Libra, you really stood up for yourself. You took control. You're hanging in there. But I feel like some of you are guarded with and maybe trying to move on from this King of Swords, but they kind of won't let you go. I think there was a fight. I'm hearing something about like road rage or travel or someone like having a tantrum. I have the Fool here, and I have the Knight of Cups in this person's overall energy. So I think they do have an immature side. They lack in accountability sometimes, but they definitely have a temper. The two of you have had words, I think, where there's some anger or irritation. Or either that or this person's ticked off. This might not be, this Five of Swords might not be towards you. It might be towards someone else. You know, like if your partner is fighting with a boss or someone else in their life, they may report that to you and they might be like, man, I don't know what to do next here. But if this is towards you, there's an anger and an irritation. The way this person's feeling is the Four of Cups. The emotional evaluation station. This person looks like a little bit of a bump on the log right now. Clarifying, this is the Seven of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Fool. Hang on. Let me string this together for you. So they see you as the Two of Cups. So there will be a conversation. There has been recently, or there will be. Clarifying this, though, is the Eight of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. Honestly, Libra, what I'm picking up on here is a person that does not want to take accountability for any pain that they might cause, any pain that, like, they just want to sweep everything under the rug. And also there's things that they refuse to see. They refuse to see how they contribute to bickering, disagreements, arguments. I do get the sense that this person is sulky, they're childish sometimes, they lack in accountability, they're fearful, but they don't want to admit that. They sulk when they don't get their way. I feel like this week you're going to try to have a conversation with them about, I'm hearing, the way you view them, the way you see them, and they're not going to want to hear it. They're not going to want to see it. Like, oh, no, not my circus, not my monkeys. Like, I'm not any part of that drama. It's like you may have to say to them, like, I really need you to take your blindfold off and see something. And it's like, oh, no, I didn't cause that pain. I'm not in pain. Everything's fine. Like, this to me really looks like, please don't accuse me of causing you any pain. I don't want to admit to that. And I just flounce away from pain and sorrow and heartache. Like, someone doesn't want to admit to something. Someone doesn't want to see something. They're very, very detached if they're this King of Swords. They could be a Libra like you. But I'm picking up quite a bit of an Aquarius vibe off of this person. Aquarius can be very detached, but so can Libra. Libra's not all touchy-feely, lovey-dovey, emotionally sensitive. I mean, we can be that way, but it's coming from other influences. It's not coming from the constellation of Libra. So this person is air sign kind of energy. They're kind of detached and intellectual, but anytime they try to think about something, they just get all trapped in their head and they don't want to admit it. They just kind of want to walk away. I'm also hearing that this person may give themselves away to you in some way. They may say something to you and you're the Seven of Swords and you're like, I see what you're trying to do here. I'm just going to take this little bit of information I just got and not say anything to you. This person may slip up. Their mask may fall off a little bit. So I feel like this King of Swords is the extreme masculine that you're dealing with, that you're very fearful of. I think that this masculine operates out of fear. They may accept extremes, but that doesn't mean that you have to accept extremes. This masculine might be trying to get out of a situation so that he can move into a new cycle, a new phase with you. It could be a woman too. Someone may want to move into a new phase with you, but they don't want to get their hands dirty. I'm hearing a person say, I'm hearing someone say something. I've had thousands upon thousands of people ask me this, like, how do I like make this divorce happen and just move on from it quickly without causing any damage? Because I don't want to do that. You can't. I mean, you can try. Good luck. It's like someone doesn't want to get their hands dirty. Someone doesn't want to do something that will make them look bad, make them feel bad. They're angry, they're being fussy, they're tantruming about it. I mean, I did get a kicking and screaming card for this person. So it's like they don't like it unless things work out exactly the way they want them to. They're not very good at negotiation. And yeah, with the Four of Cups and the Fool and the Seven of Swords, I'm like, this person's giving themselves away. They're just bratty. They like to win. They like to be in charge and in control. And you may be trying to think about how to move on from this person or a situation so that you can start new love. That's mostly what I'm picking up on. What I'm really picking up on is there is an ex that you really need to get rid of because there's a new person that you want to pursue, but the two are kind of blending together to a degree. Might be kind of a third party situation. Oh my, look. Oh my God. I did not look at this. Yeah, Libra, there's maybe somebody around you that you have the potential to have a truly good partnership with. But then there's this. It also might be somebody not liking this relationship or not wanting to be a part of something like that with the Nine of Wands, someone ignoring it. I definitely feel like someone's playing head games with you. Here's what you need to know or your advice. 2 cards came out, Judgment and Death. That's the divine whistleblower. Like, wake up, you're at a crossroads here. You really need to listen to your own best judgment, your own inner calling. You really need to have this awakening. Something does need to die so that something new can grow in its place. You might be being alerted to something about a Scorpio, because both of these cards are for Scorpio, but I don't have a King of Cups. I don't have any other cards for Scorpio on the table. So I'm really feeling like, I actually feel like this is advice to you, Libra, more so than what you need to know about this person. I feel like Spirit is saying to you, look, the next decision you make is a really big one. This is not a 2. This is like the 2 of Swords or the 2 of Pentacles or the 2 of Wands or even the 2 of Cups. Like, this is more than a surface level choice. This is a really big decision, and it's about something that needs to transform. But clarifying this is the Moon, the Star, and the 3 of Wands. Like, someone does need to make a decision that will bring an end to something so that something new can grow in its place. There is a lot of untapped hidden potential, Libra. Do think about the future and think about getting to a place or a sense of freedom, renewal, restored hope and faith. Aquarius, the Star of Aquarius, that's the water bearer. There's a purity to it, a cleaning of the soul. I think Spirit's saying, if you stop fighting with what's-his-face and just getting stuck in a cycle where someone is just bratty and whiny and wants to fight all the time and doesn't want to take responsibility or accountability for very much, you could move away from that and have like a restored hope and faith and love again. But there's more that remains to be seen, and you have to accept the mystery of life. And you have to be careful about making decisions where there are still quite a bit of unknowns. Yeah, embrace the mystery here. I feel like you're being given signals to move away from relationships where there's been extremes and fear and move towards something different. But you don't need to know what to move towards just yet. Just know that newness is out there for you in the near future. 3 of Wands is always near future for me. I just heard someone say, how near? 1 to 3 years. Don't tell me 3 years is too long to wait. 3 years is a drop in the bucket. Like 1 to 3 years, something could happen here for you in the future, but there's something that needs to end now. I mean, we've got a 5 and a 10 of Swords and the Fool, so something needs to end. There may be an ending here, a breakup happening. This may be a breakup conversation. And you're like, okay, the future will be, I'll be okay. And this person needs to know that they'll be okay too. They'll heal and they'll move on too. But with the Star coming, I mean, the Star is here twice. I was like, now I can see what the Star is. There is a hope. There is hope here. Clarifying this, I got another king to come out. I was like, hello, King of Pentacles. Clarifying the star is the Page of Cups, the King of Pentacles, Six of Swords flipped into the reverse. I think that there's someone else here that you see something potentially budding with. But watch this Six of Swords in reverse, Libra, because there's some unfinished business. Like this might be a person that's circling back to you and trying again, or a person that you're circling back to and trying again with. There might be some unfinished business. There may be a bit of an apology from this person or an opening up to this person or from this person. But watch out, because the Six of Swords in reverse can sometimes mean out of the frying pan and into the fire. Like, watch out moving on from someone directly to someone else. Here's why I say that, because I pulled out my Oracle deck, and a card that my daughter made 6 months ago finally revealed its face. It's never come out in a general reading on YouTube, and it's never come out on a private reading, but it came out for this guy, this King of Pentacles. I have grooming narrative, a new friend, dangling a carrot, and fawning. But you're having a bit of a freeze response because someone is stuck in the past where there was smooth sailing. Okay. Someone from the past may want to, this might be a person from the past because we have the star and the Page of Cups and the Six of Swords is in reverse. There might have been smooth sailing with this person in the past, but you're not sure what to do now. This is a new friend or a new person. They could be dangling a carrot to you to get you interested. You could be dangling a carrot to them to get them interested. But these two cards really concern me. Grooming narrative and fawning. All right, I'm just going to say it. And I'm going to be kind of a bitch about it too, so brace yourselves. Don't go telling yourself he's perfect when you don't know enough about him yet, Libra. Like, watch out for someone grooming you to fawn over them or grooming yourself to fawn. Like, fawning is like rose-tinted glasses. You think they're amazing. So don't let anybody do that to you. Don't do that to yourself. Definitely don't do that to somebody else. It's really important that you see this person for who they really are and that you allow them to see you for who you really are. Watch out for what you say to a person to passive aggressively groom them to be and do, you know, who you want them to be and to do what you want them to do. We actually all use grooming narratives all the time. All the time. And sometimes it's actually what's necessary. But I don't think it's necessary here. So just watch out for this, Libra. Watch out for like telling yourself a person is amazing when you don't know them well enough to think they're amazing. And watch out for someone maybe dangling a carrot and grooming you. They don't know the real you. You don't know the real them. Because that's a survival response or a trauma response, fawning. So watch out for this. Like, this person might not be the answer to your hopes and wishes and dreams. This King of Pentacles is not a genie in a bottle. Okay? It's not a genie in a bottle. And don't be a genie in a bottle to him, too. Because they're going to groom you, or you will feel compelled to groom them. But it looks like there's some hope here. I'm also hearing that some of my masculines, they struggle with the air in your chart. But some of you have like Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Moon, Mars, Venus. It might be like a close planet. It might even be your Uranus. Your partner is maybe more attracted to the earth sign qualities that you're showing them. And the King of Swords, Libra quality is a little too harsh for this person right now. And it's making communication a struggle between the two of you, which is why it's turning into this. Yeah, need to keep that in mind. But what came out overall in the overall energy was the King of Swords again. So some of you, you're dealing with two different guys. I'm like, oh, here he is again. Okay. So the way this person sees themselves overall is the Nine of Pentacles. So they think they're doing pretty well. They may have Libra traits like you, because I have the King of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. I'm like, oh my gosh, Libra men are always so well dressed, right? We're always so well dressed, right, you guys? Guys and dolls. So this person may have like those Libra air sign traits where they really like to look good, they like to smell good, they like to put their best foot forward. This person may be very outdoorsy. I'm also hearing something about detailing a car. That's interesting. Detailing a car, the Chariot here, that might be what they're doing. They may travel for work as well. I just heard something about like a high-paying contract job. Okay. This person does well for themselves. They think that they're a good catch. They also care very much about what others think. There's nothing wrong with that, but they do. Otherwise, they wouldn't show up as the Nine of Pentacles. The way they feel is the King of Swords. I get you. I feel you, dude. Let's intellectualize our emotions like air signs do. He is very detached. He does very much want to define the truth. The King of Swords is often associated with a position of authority. I mean, Libra is a cardinal sign, so leadership. This person may have like the need to be a leader or in charge. He is detached, but then also the Nine of Swords, very anxious, very worried. Anxiety is his action. This person may be all wound up about like money, looks, appearances, how well they're doing, he or she. You, if that's you, you're really in their feelings about you. But I wanted to know what the Nine of Swords was, and I got the Knight of Cups and then the Moon and the Sun. Definitely going to be clarifying that in the extended because the Moon and the Sun together are kind of polarizing when day is night and night is day. This person is very romantic. They romanticize things. They get very wound up, very anxious, very emotional. They can be somewhat unrealistic. I mean, I never really like the Knight of Cups and the Moon together because it's sort of unrealistic and illusion. But then the Sun is happiness. It's like, what is this person doing? What are they anxious about? Are they afraid to be happy? Are they afraid to be sad? Good God, sit down, get off your pony and stop raising your glass with all these extremes. Here's the extremes. And I was like, all right, well, tell me about this human over here. I need a plan. Bitch, please, I'm amazing. Giver of sound advice. See, this is why I think you might be dealing with another Libra. Giver of sound advice and then kicking and screaming. I was like, okay. Well, you know, the Five of Swords and the Nine of Swords is some kicking and screaming and childishness. I really kind of get the sense here, Libra, that this person doesn't want to be seen as anything other than amazing. They do want to give advice and they want to be listened to, but I think the way they get people to listen to them is to kick and scream and tantrum. And when a person does that, what do? We become a little afraid of them or a little exhausted by them. So they need a plan to be able to influence someone. They want to take a lot of credit for something. And if they don't get the credit, they will kick and scream. And I think that right now there's like this freeze about this. I don't have the Hangman here, but I am getting kind of a Hangman kind of like freezy kind of, oh, I need to see this from a different point of view. I mean, and then one card down, the stuck in the past card, this person might be kind of stuck in the past because when I get the Sun and the Knight of Cups, it's like clinging to youth and childish ways, younger ways, immature ways. The King of Swords will not get to his highest expression if he does that. So they're definitely going through something here. You might be going through it with them, but I think you're on to something else over here because you see yourself as the Four of Cups. So this may be you. Like, no, I don't know. For some of you, this is pretty complicated. So you don't know what to do here. This is how you see yourself. It's like for this week, the way you're going to get emotional stability is to hold still. The way you feel is strength. Some of you have Leo in your chart. It's really helping you be dignified and calm. But then your action is the Lovers, Gemini. Some of you are resisting a Gemini or a Leo. But the Lovers is about like what's really right for us, like our perfect match. I wanted to know what the Lovers was for you. And I have the Page of Cups, the Emperor, and the Ace of Swords. Okay, because the King of Pentacles is here with the Page of Cups, you may think that this person is a good prospect for you. You're really wanting a true divine masculine. or you're wanting to be a true divine masculine and feel really good about the choices you're making. I think you this week, Libra, are going to be thinking a lot about like structure, authority, having strength of character, what is total value alignment and harmony, and like someone or something really being right for you. Like, what does that look like for you? You're trying to get to that place. And you really want to be crystal clear about it with the Ace of Swords. I think you're thinking quite a bit about your perfect match and what that would be for you. But I don't know if the Emperor and the King of Pentacles are the same guy. Keep thinking about what your perfect match is at this time, Libra. But make sure you love yourself first. I am going to do an extended because I feel like the King of Swords something is ending for the King of Swords or with the King of Swords, and now we're moving to something new. I'm also hearing for my masculines, a man that you parted ways with. For some of you, it's romantic, but for others of you, it's not at all romantic. It's like a business partnership. It might also just be a friend. There was a guy that didn't like you for a while. He's going to come back and apologize, but he is going to be groomy. I'm also hearing that you may have to groom this person in that you might have to really teach them the divine art of an apology. Like they didn't want to admit that they were wrong in the past. Like they didn't want to admit it to you. You're like, I know I'm right. This might be a masculine or a feminine, but I'm thinking it's a man, especially for my Libra masculines. This might have been another man that tried to dominate you or compete with you, and it's like stay in your lane, and he never wanted to admit that he was wrong. He could come back and tell you he's sorry, and you're going to have to say to him, okay, well, let me show you how to have a real diplomatic conversation. Let me show you how to have an honest intellectual and an honest emotional conversation. And this person's like, yeah, well, go fuck yourself. I still want to compete with you. Okay. They can't. They can't compete with you because you know that you're the emperor. I don't care if you're a man or a woman right now. You're the emperor. You know what an emperor looks like. You know how to be the emperor. This is Aries. This is logic. This is structure. This is practical. This is in charge. This is bossing up. Aries is right across the wheel from Libra, so we're very, very familiar with this energy. And I feel like this might be you saying, let me show you how it's done. Let me show you the divine art of diplomacy, apology, gracefully moving from an ending to a new beginning. Like, I'm also hearing that some of you are going to come into alignment with something way, way better for you. But you've got to get out of the situation that you're in. Because in this situation, you have a person that's competing with you and just like trying, no, you're not the giver of sound advice. I'm the giver of sound advice, and I'm amazing and I'm better than you, and I'm going to kick and scream, and that's my plan. All right, dude. I don't know what the hell's going on with this person. So Libra, at this time, like, get yourself, like, you can either be fearful and accepting of extremes with this masculine or as a masculine, or you can move through that and away from that, get away from the codependent cycles and pick a path that will really lead to your personal power and your own will being exerted, because that will lead to growth. But this has got to be finished up with this person here so you can get away from this codependency and love yourself first. You deserve something better than extremes. Because Libra, this is pretty extreme, right? That's like, this fool is so displaced here. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I think some of you are dealing with a person that's a little shady or weird or shadowy. So I'm going to do an extended. If you feel like you need the extended, we'll kind of look at the stuff with the King of Swords, but I will clarify the King of Pentacles energy as well. If you feel like you need the extended, the link to that will be at the top of the description below. Link to my website for private readings is a little further down. That's what's going on this week though, Libra. Change is coming, forward motion, but it's a choose your own adventure kind of life, babe. Don't go for the codependency, all right? I'll see you guys next week. I love you very much, Libra. I'm always listening to the universe for you. Bye, guys.